Fisher Freshwater here. Today I'm going to bring you guys the Surgeon's loop knot tutorial. As a loop knot, it is a very versatile knot and you could tie it just about every single way possible. It is a very great knot. I've used it for a while and I'm very happy with it, so I'm sharing with you guys. Without further ado, let's get into it. So one of the most common ways to tie a surgeon's loop knot is on a lure or hook. And in this case, I like to tie them especially on spoons and spinners to enhance their action. It gives them a wider range of spinning action. If you're just tying a clinch knot, it will have a very limited action. So what we're gonna do is that we want to create a very big loop so this lure could go into it. I would say take around 6 inches of line, double it over, create this loop. It's usually big for most lures, but if you have especially big lures or long lures, you want to make the loop even bigger. So what we're gonna do is that, as you see here, we're gonna make an overhand knot. And don't worry if the two lines are like exactly parallel to each other. You could just mess them up. That doesn't really matter. So make a loop, just basically cross them over. After you do that, just put the bay through the loop about 2 times. So once, twice, done. Pull it straight, just literally just pull it and straight, and then here you go, a loop knot. And as you see here, this spoon would have totally free action, 360 degrees. Move however you want. And even with swivels, you can't get that good of a flexibility. And plus, I don't really like swivels personally, personal opinion, because I feel swivels add more weight to it and kind of messes with the action. Now, continue on. My second favorite way to rig them is on a snell hook. So with snells, I constantly change out. This is from last week's video. So I constantly like to change out the size of hook and the length of leader. And to do that quickly and efficiently, I like to put them on swivels because it's way easier to swap out than to retie them every time. So and honestly, this is a technique I use for a lot of leaders. On this one, what we do, double the line over. We don't need a lot this time, probably just around 3 inches, double it over, 6 inches in total. Like before, make an overhand knot. This time, we're taking the loop end. So here you see we've made a loop. You want to put the loop through it 2 times. 1. And then another time. Twice. Okay, and just like always, pull the end of loop and the other 2 ends together, and then you will get this very strong loop. Cut off the end. I forgot to say it for the lure, but you always cut off the end. So we've got very strong loop knot. To test it, I usually just take my scissors, not the sharp edge, and then and usually if it doesn't break, it's a good enough knot. And what we do is to constantly, when you need to swap out leaders, just clip that on here. So here is a third way you could use this surgeon's loop knot, and that is to connect the main lines and leader. So we have the braid main line and the mono leader. First of all, we want to take about 6 inches of each, especially if you're working with long leaders. If you're working shorter ones, you could use about 4 inches of each line. I'm going to take 6 inches of each line. Make an overhand loop like we did before. Very well. And then we want to take both this mainline tag in and this leader tag in and insert through the loop. So we are. The leader one is usually the more challenging one because it's longer. We want to do it twice. You could do it 3 times if you want to have it very secure. So we're going to do it a second time through, and then we want to have the leader through too. And another way you could take the leader through is basically just take the end of the leader and inserting it. Just do it twice. Don't do it one at a time. It might be harder that way. So perfect. Now we have it twice. Because it's leader to mainline, you might to want to have it a little bit more secure. You could do it another few times for demonstration purposes. I'm not gonna do it, but if you want to, you could. You could also leave yourself a little bit more line to work with, I should say. And for this, just take both ends, and look, perfect knot. Clip off the tag ends as usual. Don't accidentally cut your leader. I almost just did that, which is not good. Oh well, braid is a lot harder to cut through. So okay, now we've got this perfect attachment, and it's very secure. And one of the things I like about this surgeon's loop knot is that this loop knot takes pretty much, I would say, 100% of the strength. It's a very, very strong knot. So keep that in mind, because I won't suggest you to tie weights on these if you're gonna get snagged a lot. If you're gonna get snagged a lot, just tie I would say, either a very or not very, but a slightly weaker knot, or maybe you could just get a lighter line. Because strong knots like these don't work well in snaggy situations. You're gonna get snagged a lot, and you can't even pull your weights free. So that's just a tip for y'all, and pretty much it. Thank y'all for watching. Please subscribe, like, and share. Next week I will be posting out a series of videos where I'm gonna give tutorials on choosing fishing tackle for beginners. So please stay tuned for that if you're just starting fishing and you want to learn more about it. As always, hope you have good luck out there on the water. Tight lines, snare.